There we go. All right, everyone. So we'll start by coming down to our backs to start with our centering. And feel free to use any blankets or eye pillows or bolsters, whatever you'd like to get yourself comfortable. Let's take a nice, slow, long breath in, filling the lungs, filling the tummy, and we're going to hold that breath at the top for a count of 3. And after 3, nice, slow, long exhale out, getting the full breath out, emptying the tummy, emptying the lungs. All right, we're going to repeat that breath. So that nice, big, belly filling, lung filling breath in. Holding that breath at the top for 3. And exhale that full breath out. Allowing our bodies to melt or connect a little further into the mat. And just repeating the breath at your own pace. Just a few more times. Just nice big inhales, nice slow long exhales. You're relaxed but focused attention. So keeping our awareness on the rise and fall of our tummy, or on the inhales and the exhales. Stay here for a few more breaths. Reaching through the toes and just gently tensing up the whole body. And release. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Right, let's bring our legs into easy pose or cross-legged. We'll bring our arms above our head, just allowing them to connect down to the ground. Taking some nice big inhales and exhales here. Switching our legs, so whatever leg was on top, switching it with the other, so we're opposite. And then interlacing our fingers and pushing the palms to the wall behind us, creating that nice big stretch. Allow everything to soften. We'll bring our arms out into T position, bringing our shins parallel to the ceiling, knees nice and tight together. We're going to bring those legs over to the left-hand side of the mat and pointing our face towards our right fingers. Just allowing the body to melt into this position. Keeping the knees nice and tight together. Let's inhale the legs to center. Exhale over to the right side of the mat. We'll point our face towards our left fingers. Few more breaths. Inhale the legs to center. Exhale, give the knees a big hug into the chest. Okay, we'll bring our hands onto our knees. This is if we're drawing circles on the ceiling with them, rolling out the lower back or the sacrum. Rotate into the opposite direction. Coming to stillness, we'll release our feet to the mat, walking our heels towards our bottom. Hands come down to our sides, pushing the pelvis up to the sky, coming into our bridge pose. If you want, you can connect your hands underneath your bottom. Then nice and slow, come down one vertebrae at a time, rolling ourselves up into our happy baby. Bringing our breath down into our pelvis, into our hips, keeping our spine nice and long, and noticing if our tailbone is curling up towards the ceiling, just trying to keep it connected with the mat. Then exhale, connecting the feet back to the mat again. We're going to bring that right ankle below the left knee as we come into our reclined pigeon, keeping our hips squared off at the ceiling. You can stay like this, or you can bring your hands to the front of the shin if you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch coming into the glute. Bringing that breath into those spaces you feel lengthening. We're going to release that left knee, crossing the right knee over the left, coming into our whale tail. Right hand to the left foot to the, or left hand to the right foot. There we go. Again, bring your breath into those spaces you feel lengthening. Then exhale, release the feet, allowing them to come back down to the mat. We're going to take that left ankle below the right knee, coming back into the reclined pigeon, hips squared off at the ceiling. You can also bring your hand to the front of the right shin if you want to get a little deeper into that glute space. Nice, slow, long inhales and exhales. Few more breaths here. We're going to release that right leg, crossing the left leg over the right, coming back into that whale tail. Left hand to right foot, right hand to the left foot. Good. Letting go of our feet, we're going to come back into our happy baby. Then we're going to push through that right heel, just lengthening out that right leg, leaving some softness into that right knee. Good. And then we'll do the same thing on the left side, just lengthening out that left leg. And keeping a little softness in there. We're not locking the knees. But if you want to get a little deeper into this stretch, you can move your feet closer together and farther apart. Just nice, slow movements. A few more breaths. Bring our feet to center so they're parallel to the ceiling. Bring our hands underneath our bottom. And we're going to point through the toes and nice and slow, we're going to lower our legs to a hover, really reaching through those toes like a ballerina. When you get to that hover, just keep them there and allow your prana to flow. Knees come into the chest. We'll send the feet back up to the sky. This time we're going to push through the heels. I want you to feel it through those calves. And then nice and slow again, we're going to lower our legs to a hover. Keep pushing through those heels. Keep allowing your breath to flow. Knees come into chest, releasing the hands. Let's give a gentle rock from side to side. Right. Coming to stillness, we'll come over to our tummies. Good. We'll bring our arms out into T position. We're going to come down to the right side of the face, putting a bend into that left knee, stepping that left foot over the right side, and then reaching through those left fingers. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Good. Turning over to the left side of the face, we'll put a bend into that right knee, stepping that right foot over the left side and reaching through those right fingers. Few more breaths. Big breath in. Exhale, let's come back to center. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, elbows tucked right into the sides. Inhale up to our cobra. Exhale it out. Big breath in. Exhale, baby cobra. Keeping the biceps engaged. Inhale, cobra. Exhale it out. Big breath in. Exhale, baby cobra. Good. Let's bring our knees to the width of the mat. We're going to come back into a passive child's pose, starting down on the right side of our face and just allowing everything to melt or to sink. And slow, turn your face into the opposite direction. Let's push ourselves up into seated. We're going to bring our legs straight into our wide leg pose. All right. Now, if you want more lengthening through the calves and the hamstrings, you can push through the heels. You might find when you do this that you won't fold as far forward, and that's okay. If you want more lengthening through the calves, do it that way. If you want more lengthening into the groin and into the back, then soften the feet. So we're going to take a nice big inhale in. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. We're going to walk our hands over to our left foot or left ankle, bringing our left hand onto that ankle or foot. We're going to inhale the right arm up, exhale the right arm over the right ear. So our left rib is coming over the top of the left leg. Good. We're going to turn our torso back down towards the mat, walking our hands over towards the right foot. Again, connecting that right hand to the ankle or the foot. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale that left arm over the left ear, and we have our right side ribs over the right leg. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, let's rotate our torso over the mat, walking our hands back to center. And then we'll reach our right hand for our right ankle, left hand for the left ankle. And just looking down at our mat, taking a few slow, long inhales and exhales here. And starting at the tailbone, we'll roll ourselves up to center, bringing those shoulders up to the ears, around and back. Let's bring our feet into our cobbler. Good. All right, hands down to our feet, nice long, tall spine pushing through the crown of the head. We're just hinging forward slightly into the hips. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. And starting at the tailbone, we'll roll ourselves up to seated, shoulders up to the ears, around and back. And we'll bring our butterfly wings into our knees, just giving a gentle pulse. always feel like my butterfly's lopsided. One side goes faster than the other. There we go. Good. Big breath in. Good. Exhale to our easy pose. Still seated nice and tall, pushing through the crown of the head. We're going to drop the chin down to the chest, rolling that left ear over to that left shoulder. Nice and slow, drop the chin down. We're going to come all the way over to the other side. Drop the chin down to center. We'll bring our head to neutral. We'll bring our legs straight out in front of us. Hands come down to our sides, just pushing our hands into the mat, shoulders away from the ears. You can push through the heels here too if you like, coming into our staff pose. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And again, starting at the tailbone, let's roll ourselves back up to center, shoulders up to the ears, around and back. We're going to step that left foot over the right leg, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, left hand behind us. Big breath in. Exhale, come into your full twist, bringing that gaze over that left shoulder. Breath in. Exhale, come back to center, left foot to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Using our hands, we'll walk ourselves back to center. This time the left leg comes straight out. Right foot steps over the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Big breath in. Exhale, come into your full twist, bringing that gaze over the right shoulder. In. Exhale, come back to center. Right foot to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Use our hands to walk ourselves back to center, coming over to our tabletop. We're going to pull those belly buttons into our spine as we come into our cat and cow. So nice big inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, cat. Keep that belly button pulled in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to our tabletop, we'll step that left foot forward, keeping the knees stacked over top of the left ankle. You can stay on your hands here or come down to your forearms, coming into your lizard pose. And you can keep those right toes curled under, or you can come to the top of your foot, whatever's more comfortable for you. Firmly place our right hand onto the mat. We're going to curl the right toes under, lifting that right knee off the mat. Left fingers reach for the sky. Inhale up to our low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, reaching the hands up to the sky. You can connect the hands together. Bring a slight back bend into the spine. Hands come to either side of the left foot. Let's bring that left leg back to the right. Right foot steps forward, stacking that knee over top of the ankle and staying either on our hands, or you can come down to your forearms. And you can either have the left toes curled under or come flat to the top of the flat foot. Excuse me. Bring that left hand down to the mat. We're going to lift the left knee off the ground. Right toes, right fingers come up to the sky. Inhale up to our low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, arms up to the sky, connecting the hands. Exhaling into a slight back bend. Release the hands to either side of the right foot. We're going to bring our right knee back to the left, curl the toes under. We're going to sit our bottom back onto our heels, bring our hands behind our back, and just gently pulling them down towards our bottom. Okay. Nice and slow, drop the chin down to the chest. Stay here for a couple breaths. Releasing the hands will come up to our knees. Left hand comes back to the left heel. Right hand comes up and back. Big breath in. Exhale, switching over to the other side. Right hand to right heel. Left fingers up and back. Inhale up to center. Exhale to our tabletop, pushing right up into our down dog. And let's take that dog for a walk. All right. Coming to stillness, we'll roll forward into plank. Let's flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Let's bring that right knee forward for mountain climber. Right leg, three-legged dog. Flip doggers, feel free to bring that right leg over the left side. Right leg, three-legged dog. Let's step or wiggle that right foot forward as we inhale up to our warrior two. Exhale the breath out. Take breath in. Exhale to triangle. Fall. And let's flow back to our reverse warrior. Beautiful transition. Nice. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale one. Let's step up into our tree. Hands come to heart center. Release the left foot down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Good. We're going to flow forward into plank. Flow all the way through to your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Let's bring that left knee forward for our mountain climber. Left leg, three-legged dog. Flip doggers, you can flip here. Left leg, three-legged dog. Let's step or wiggle that left foot forward, coming up into our warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale to triangle. Low back reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale one. Let's step up into our tree. We'll bring those hands to heart center. Release the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Let's bring our knees to the width of the mat, coming down into our child's pose. Reaching through the fingers. Roll the toes under, pushing back into our down dog. Flow forward into plank. Good. Flow all the way through to your up dog or cobra. Couple breaths here. Good. Coming into our down dog, looking between our thumbs, we're going to hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring our feet just past hip width apart, coming down into our wide leg squat. And you can stay in stillness here, or you can add some slight movements. Do circles or side to side. Hands connect down to the mat, pushing our bottom up to the sky. Let's step back into our down dog, flowing all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. Let's just stay in our down dog for a few breaths. Nice wide shoulders. And feel free to walk your dog here if that feels good for you. You're walking your dog, coming to stillness, looking between our thumbs. We'll hop or step forward. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Our right foot comes to our left calf or our upper inner thigh. Coming into our tree pose. Finding our drishti or our point of focus. Take breath in. Exhale, right hand reaches back to the right foot as we flow into our dancer. Release into mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. And flowing all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale, down. Good. Looking between our thumbs, we'll hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to bring that left foot to either the right calf or the upper inner thigh. Finding our drishti, our point of focus, something that's not moving. Breath in. Exhale, left hand reaches back for the left foot as we come back into our dancer. And release into mountain, feet just past hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, reaching for the elbows, coming into our ragdoll. Allowing that head to be heavy, allowing the spine to lengthen. Few more breaths here. Releasing our hands down to the mat, we'll walk our hands to the outside of the right foot, keeping some softness into the knees. Let's walk those hands to the outside of the left foot. Walk our hands back to center, stepping back into our down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. And let's bring that left leg forward for pigeon. Feel free to bring a block underneath the left cheek or the right hip. You can even bring it underneath your forehead if that's more comfortable for you. And just allowing yourself to melt or sink into this pose. So if you do want to use your blocks for extra support or your bolsters, go right ahead. Bringing your breath into your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves. If it's comfortable, reach a little further through those right toes. Just taking some nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here, visualizing that breath coming all the way down into your toes. Few more breaths here. We're going to curl those right toes under, pushing back into our left leg, three-legged dog. Release that left foot to the mat, right leg, three-legged dog, and bring that right leg forward for pigeon. Right. And again, feel free to use your blocks or your bolsters, either underneath your left hip or your right cheek, or you can use it underneath your forehead or your chest. Connected with our breath. And bringing that breath down all the way from the hips, the glutes, the pelvis, all the way down into the hamstrings, your quads, your calves, all the way down into the tips of your toes. Reaching a little further through those left toes. Breaths here. Roll those left toes under, hands underneath our shoulders, right leg, three-legged dog, and release that right foot to the mat. Coming back into that down dog, just holding this pose again, shoulders nice and wide away from the ears. You can walk your dog here if you like. Coming to stillness, we'll walk our feet up towards our hands. Keeping our hands connected to the mat. Walk our feet back to our down dog. Roll forward into plank. Downward facing dog. And we'll walk our feet back up towards our hands, keeping our hands fully connected to the mat. Back to our down dog. Roll forward into plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Taking our feet, we'll walk them towards our thumbs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Sitting our bottoms back into our chair pose, tucking that tailbone under. And see if we can get it a little bit lower. Keeping the knees behind the toes. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Bring your knees to the width of the mat, coming back into one last child's pose. And just allow yourselves to melt into this pose. If it's more comfortable to start on one side of the face, feel free to do so. These slow, long inhales and exhales here. Just allowing ourselves to melt and to connect with our pranayama. If your face is in one direction, just turn it to the other. Breath in. Exhale. Push ourselves up into seated. We'll come into our easy pose, creating that nice, long, tall spine. We're going to inhale those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, around and back. Inhale up. Exhale, around and back. We're going to bring one hand to our tummy and one to our heart center, making sure we're seated on the sit bones, still pushing through the crown of the head. Good. Let's take some nice, slow, long belly filling breaths in and out at your own pace. Let's do 2 more breaths. Good work. All right, we're going to come down to our backs. We can come into our Lord of Fish pose. I know I told you 1 block, so if you only have 1 block, that's okay. Just use that block underneath your shoulders. If you have both blocks, use one under the crown of your head and then the other underneath your shoulders. We're going to start with our knees bent and our arms open to the sides with our palms facing up. Thank you. Just reconnecting with the breath, allowing our shoulders to open. Now in your Lord of Fish pose, come into the most comfortable position for your legs. So whether that's easy pose, whether it's cobbler, or allowing your legs to lengthen and your ankles to roll to the sides, whatever's more comfortable, or you can keep your knees bent too, whatever feels the nicest for you. We'll stay here for the last part of our practice before Shavasana. Stay here for a few more breaths. Nice and easy. We're going to put our blocks to the side. Coming down to our backs once they've been removed, allowing our legs to lengthen. Big breath in. Exhale, knees to chest for a hug. Giving a gentle rock from side to side. Coming to stillness. Get whatever you need to get yourselves ready for Shavasana. So whether you need a blanket or sweater, eye pillows, whatever it may be. Bolsters underneath the knees or the ankles. Allowing ourselves the opportunity to have everything come into stillness, maintaining a relaxed but focused attention. Stillness, bringing your awareness back to your breath, noticing the rise and fall of your tummy, noticing the flow of your inhales and your exhales. A nice, long, gentle belly filling breath in. Exhale it out. And bring your awareness to your heart center. Think about something that makes you happy or brings you joy. First thing that comes to mind. And think about that happy feeling. Maybe it's a person, a place, a thing. Think about it in detail, allowing that happiness and joy to grow and fill your heart center. Allowing that feeling to reach all the way down to the tips of your toes, to your fingertips, all the way up to the crown of your head. Allow that feeling of happiness and joy to cross your face, bringing a smile to your lips. And feel that happiness with every inhale and exhale. Allow that feeling of happiness to grow or to radiate. A nice, slow, long belly filling breath in. As we exhale, we'll come over to our right side. Being here for a few more breaths. One more big belly filling breath in. Exhale it out. And when we're ready, we'll push ourselves up into seated. And just bringing our hands to heart center, giving ourselves thanks for making time for ourselves in our practice today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.